Jaedon Alston, who was a huge part of this team this year. And I want to bring up Bryce Davis, who scored the touchdown you're never going to forget in the championship game. All right, let's cue up Bryce's touchdown here.
26-yard field goal for the sophomore kicker Ryder Bentz. As the holder is Everett Dingle, Bryce Davis is the long snapper. Dingle puts it down, the kick is blocked. The kick is blocked, and it is going to be picked up by Concordia. They run it into the end zone, and it's a touchdown! It's a touchdown!
And a flag, probably for celebrating.
Bryce Davis ran it into the end zone.
Because we were in the stands calling the game, and we were just, honestly, I think, Miles, we were a little confused.
I'm still confused. I still haven't figured it out.
But Bryce, were you looking around for the ball, or did it just kind of fall at your feet? Like, what happened in that scrum?
Honestly, I don't really know what happened. So when I snapped, my head is already down. So as I was turning around, I just happened to see the ball, and my first instinct was to pick it up and start running. So,
did you know? Did Loyola touch it first? What? Because I know Loyola was yelling that it shouldn't have been a touchdown. You guys were all signaling touchdown. Did you just? I mean, I'm sure you just saw the ball and picked it up and said, "I'm heading for the end zone." Whether they call it a touchdown or not, that's on the refs.
Honestly, to be honest with you, once I figured out it was illegal to do that, then yeah, it shouldn't have been called a touchdown. I mean, the Loyola player was reaching for it, so I had to make sure I beat him to the ball.
Was that the coolest moment of your football career so far? Or you got something to top that?
By far. That's up there with another moment, but first touchdown in my career, so yeah.
Yeah, and to do it, I figured you would think, you get a defensive step and get a touchdown, but to get a touchdown when you're long snapping on a field goal, I'm sure you did not go out on the field for that field goal thinking, I'm going to find the end zone.
Oh, no, I just thought we was going to get a field goal and come back out there on offense.
Now, I'm sure that was personally your favorite moment of the season, but do you have another one that you look back on that you remember fondly from this season?
Not really. That was probably the best moment this season by far, other than winning the championship.
Let's give it over to Jaedon here, who, speaking of finding the end zone, did that plenty of times this year. And Jaedon, I asked this question to Keenan Gilchrist earlier, but what kind of 1A, 1B punch were you guys, rotating out in the backfield? What was the different styles between you two that made you guys dangerous?
I believe that I was the downhill runner. He was the speed runner. Coach Brown would call it the lightning and thunder duo. And I believe that we was the best running back doing that in my double A.
So when we were first talking to Coach Joe at the very beginning of the season, he did describe you guys as thunder and lightning. And then watching you completely have a downhill running style. You took over games at times, just pounding the ball, especially in the rotation when the defense would get a little more worn down in the second half. You just put your head down, and you were a beast to bring down. I mean, you could see the defense is struggling to bring you down.
Yes, sir. I mean, hey, arm tackles don't work with me, so you either gonna wrap up or you're gonna miss.
It looked like this from up in the booth. Did it ever feel like there were some defenders in the conference who were scared to tackle you?
I won't call it scared, but yeah, I won't call it scared though.
Because they might have seen their teammates get bowled over a couple plays before and maybe made a business decision. But you had some big plays for this offense, and obviously a fantastic season. But I did want to ask, you coming from South Carolina, coming to this program, something I asked Jordan about, being accepted here, moving to a new state, a new city. What was that like for you, and how did the coaches, your teammates, make that easier for you?
Honestly, it was all God, man. It was a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I had to make the best of the opportunity. Coach Batts, if you didn't know, he was my USA coach. So I guess he seen potential in me, and he took the opportunity on me. And I want to thank my grandma for moving here from Charleston, South Carolina, all the way to Maryland. And she helped me a lot. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I'm thankful for her. And the team, I mean, I came from Charleston, as you said, came here. It was a different environment talk different, act different. So I mean, I had to adapt to it. But I thank them for welcoming me into the family.
Is there one thing you miss most about Charleston? And is there one thing about being in the Baltimore area that surprised you that you like being here?
Definitely miss the food, but I mean, I like it here. Taste new stuff.
Charleston is a fantastic food city if you've never been there, but we got crab cakes here. It's not Charleston. I'll give you that. It's not Charleston.
Yes, sir.
But Jaedon, your favorite moment of the season this year?
Winning the championship, man. I mean, not everybody get that chance. We worked hard during the offseason, worked hard during the season. Coaches stayed on our back. And one thing that y'all don't know, the players know, but we was in the gym before we left to get on the bus. That pregame speech prepared us a lot. The coaches they got us in the mode. So I mean, I'm thankful.
Just give us a little insight, just a little bit of how Coach Batts motivated you. Just a tiny bit, so we all can kind of experience what you guys went through. Do your best Coach Joe Batts imitation.
That's.
Nothing stops this train. There you go. That's what I've been waiting to see.
All right, guys. Well, congrats on a great season. Congrats on winning the title. Jaedon Alston and Bryce Davis. Bryce Davis, obviously, with the big touchdown, and Jaedon Alston with a huge season. Thank you guys so much for coming up here.